Welcome Sunday Online. Welcome if it's your first time with us or you've been here lots of times before. I'm going to start this morning with a short poem. It is short, okay? It's called Convert and it's by a guy called Godfrey Rust. He came to faith in all souls. But it wasn't until much later that finally he came to faith in all circumstances. Having faith in God, trusting him in all circumstances is not easy, is it? And we seem to be in all different circumstances at the moment. Today, we're going to be continuing looking at the story of Elijah, because here was someone who did trust God in extreme circumstances, under extreme pressure. And people around him had to decide whether they were going to trust, whether they were going to follow his example or not. So we'll be looking at that a bit later. We've got a cartoon version of the reading. Don't be put off by that. It's the true Bible reading, but it's a long one today, so a bit easier to watch in cartoon, I thought, for a change anyway. And we'll also be hearing from someone who was there at the time. Oh, yes. Well, sort of there at the time anyway. We've also got a video from Open Doors with a current day situation, the situation in Syria, where people have had to trust God in extreme circumstances, and we'll be hearing from one of them. But first of all, for our time of confession, I've got a short video. Its message might be obvious to some of us, or it might be new. You might think it's very kind of obvious and familiar, but don't be put off. I suggest we each challenge ourselves to think, how do we see the wrong things in our lives? How do we view them? How do we decide what's right or wrong? And how do we compare ourselves to others? And as we watch it, I invite you to think about the things that are wrong in your life, that you know you've done wrong. One-off or habits, and just to say sorry to God for those, to thank him for his forgiveness and his love and his mercy. Let's watch, eh?